Why are you so far? Oh, I know why.
Did you?
Because Pawnee was in.
She a big old lady with big old bitties.
Oh,
Everybody wants to see.
Big old lady.
Everyone wants to see.
She's a
yeah.
perfectly sized lady. Small.
I should have, man. I couldn't believe you're wearing a green shirt. I should have got a Mario and a Luigi hat when I went to Universal. We got to get you a
bragging about taking vacation.
Oh, whatever. It's not that big a deal. Let me shift over here a little bit.
There you go.
Well,
how was Universal?
Terrible.
You know what? My girlfriend went and she said that she saw fully grown men running around in wizarding robes, pretending to cast spells on each other's cocks. I was like, I don't think they were.
Have you been to the Harry Potter land in Universal?
No, I haven't been to Harry Potter land.
Okay, so you haven't been. Well, but it's been there a while now, right? Isn't it like at least 5 years old?
You tell me. You're the Harry Potter
I'm the
expert
Potterhead
over here.
I'm
Yeah, you're the Potterhead.
I was told I had to try the butter beer, and
is it beer?
No. It's
not beer.
That's like a butterscotch. Yeah, it sucked. I don't know why my buddy was like, dude, butter beer it's just like sugar garbage. Terrible.
How exciting could a beverage be? Like you're telling me Code Red is back. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll check it out.
I could see myself being like, this is refreshing and delightful, but it was really just a sugary mess. Hogwarts was. It is.
I fucking swear to God, man. Yeah. There used to be so many technical issues with my show.
Yeah.
That I'd have this like nervous train wreck energy going into like this psychotic. Like we're 15 minutes late. We gotta move this fucking thing.
Well, now they know that sometimes our shows have a couple technical hiccups at the front.
The entire financial industry can ban me from using their platform in seconds.
Yes.
Me, Stone Toss, anybody.
All
gone. If I make a new Twitter account, boom. But you renew a subscription. Well, we don't know. Your money's not in yet.
Your Pro Tools subscription is, sir.
Good. So I'm glad I brought the problem that I'm bringing in today in.
How many Pro Tools subscriptions did we just buy trying to make Pro Tools work before starting the show? Well, I like to imagine it's coming out of a community fund.
Yeah, my bank account is the community fund.
Good.
That's where everybody orders their donuts from. All the Amazon Fresh comes out of that.
All my yogurts come out of there.
My pizzas come out of there
all my
for everybody.
Airbnbs.
All right.
Let's do a show, Dick.
Let's do it. I don't even know where the theme song is anymore. Right. Oh, and I fucked up. I forgot to fix the theme song
again.
Oh, this is going to be great.
Yeah, I was going to do it, and then I didn't.
But you did do the thank yous,
I did do the other thing.
And I thought you weren't, and then you sent it the last minute.
I sent it to you. I almost forgot, but I did it.
Patreon.com/biggestproblem. You can be a plus member.
A plus member, and you will be recognized because I put in the effort to recognize you because I love you. Yeah! Ooh! Biggest problem in the universe.
Welcome to the biggest problem in the universe. The only show that ranks every problem in the universe. From overpriced eggs to not enough JPEGs. Oh! I'm your host, Dick Magison. Joining me as always is Vito Links.
You nailed it.
And then it fades. And then it fades.
Perfect
Instead
fade.
Of just cutting off.
Perfect fade.
Use your imagination.
Perfect intro to a perfect show.
And then it's out.
People love that intro. It's a good. I'm doing all well.
Voltacore did that.
I'm doing as well as I can be with these markets. I tell you what.
Here's my first problem.
All right.
Not suicide. Not committing suicide.
Every day.
Here's my problem. The color red.
That I have been seeing
color red
every day of my life for the past several weeks.
Stock boys.
Yeah.
Just pick another color.
Yeah.
I know what it means. I know what not green is. Just use white. God. Okay.
We're all gonna be poor forever.
I don't want to talk about it.
I don't either.
No
stock talk at all. Ever. What is that bit?
Well, I played the stock tip Vito sound effect, but it didn't fucking work.
Vito. All
right.
Here's my stock tip. Kill yourself. That's the only way to beat the market.
I have an ETF that deals in rope.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
That's all we got. That's all we got.
I guess this just isn't working anymore.
Well, I look forward to hearing stock tip Vito someday.
Maybe this one.
Is it the right?
No,
You got to
it's
figure out
fucking-
which speaker it goes to.
I know that it's the right one. I have to hear it now.
Okay, we'll just play it normally then. Yeah.
Stock tip Vito, day trader Vito, always with the hot stock tips.
Yeah.
Are you feeling like that, or are you feeling like this?
I'm a retard. Yeah, that's the one.
That's the one, right?
I'm definitely feeling like a retard.
Well,
At least we got this show. If we do it for another 10 years, maybe I'll make half my money back.
oh no! Oh no!
No, we'll be okay. We'll be okay.
Look, just because you lost money in the stock market doesn't mean you can pull out of Patreon either.
no,
'cause we're counting on that
no.
money.
You don't. That's.
If anything, you should double.
God.
If anything, your money's safer with us.
Yeah.
Because then we lose it and we look dumb.
Well, let's be clear. The hot stock tips are coming, but they're only going to go out to patrons. So you're going to have to come back for stock tip
Stock
Vito.
tip Vito,
Yeah.
day trader Vito, always with the hot stock tips.
Come on, all the plus members are going to be getting my hot stock picks of the week, and they're all going to fucking zero. At least I didn't have any Luna.
Okay. Cash register solicitations.
Wow,
You nailed that one.
I nailed that one. I was not expecting. I thought I would get a bunch of, just suck it up. But no, we all know it's wrong. Leave me alone.
That is really annoying. And you have to buy
bullshit.
food.
Yeah.
Biden will make sure that you can't buy food soon, but until he
No.
does,
He's going to give us stamps to buy.
other
dirt.
stamps and
Yeah.
eat
You can eat stamps.
eat the dirt, and then you eat some seeds, and then you grow the food in your stomach.
Dick, the stamps by the bugs, which make more bugs, which
Oh.
make bug loaf, which your family will then ingest. It's the future.
I hope they call it that.
I did bring in a comment about that problem.
Oh, go ahead. Okay, go ahead.
As so many people said, but Mr. Magic Owl said, I can't believe you didn't hit on the worst part of cash register donations, tax breaks. All these customers are doing is subsidizing the corporation's taxes that are lowered at the direct expense of the customer pitching in. I have to mention, that's actually not true. That's
Wait.
a common misconception.
Lowering taxes.
So people assume that the money you donate at the register, there's a misconception that the company gets to claim that as a tax break as if they made the donation, which would be fucking-tastic if that was true for them, but no.
They'd have to count it as income anyway.
Yeah.
How the fuck? Write-offs, Jerry. Do you know how a write-off works? No. But they're the
write-offs.
ones, but they do. And they're the ones writing them
Yes.
off, right?
So you can donate without worrying about them claiming it as their own donation. I did want to clear that up because we had a lot of those comments.
Really? Tax
Yeah.
experts?
That's a very common misconception that the company. Now the companies do.
People just have no fucking idea
Yeah.
how taxes work at all. Like
Right.
so many people think that if you make more than a certain amount and your bracket goes up, that's bad.
Right,
Because it gets
I
all
have
of
to
your
make,
income.
I have to make
so
sure I
far.
don't make an extra $100 because then my bracket will change. And it's like,
Yeah.
no, that doesn't apply.
That's
That's not how that
it's
works.
only that.
Yeah.
Why would it work like you're saying?
I need to stop making money this year is a thing that people have actually said so that my tax bracket doesn't change.
Okay. Lack of bodily integrity.
That should have won,
Second.
but it didn't because mine was funnier. And you voted for that, so you're being punished.
Pregnant hooker walks into a euthanasia clinic. Give you that one.
Go on.
Says you guys, right? Pregnant
Pregnant
hooker
hooker.
walks into a euthanasia clinic
Yes.
and orders a shot of heroin. And
Okay.
the bartender says that'll be $400. She's like, okay. And he goes, we don't get many pregnant hookers in here at the euthanasia clinic. She goes, well, at these prices, I'm not surprised. I made that joke up.
Yeah, you did. You really.
I did. Yeah. Because it's got all the elements
all the
of
things.
bodily autonomy.
Yeah.
There's abortion, suicide, drugs.
and killing yourself. Prostitution, yeah.
Okay.
Nailed it.
Overpriced breakfasts.
Surprisingly not negative. I thought everyone was going to rip on me for that one, but people know. People know.
They're ripping on Shawnees. Can you believe that?
Shawnees was in the negative. They were very upset with that problem.
They're jealous. Probably because they got so angry.
It is jealousy. Yeah.
Well, lucky for all those people, there will be a new Shawnees mid.
It's also a problem you yourself created, so you deserve to be punished for it.
I guess that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, I got some comments here. Useless Scott says Vito talking about Ashley Babbitt on the bonus episode
Yes.
is the only time I've ever been offended in my life. I didn't think someone could be so shallow and disgusting. Then he started making gun noises, and it became the funniest thing Vito has ever said. What do you think about that?
I saw another comment on the bonus episode, which was, "You're lucky this Ashley Babbitt bit is on a bonus episode, so not everyone can hear the horrible things you're saying about Ashley Babbitt."
I mean, somebody also said, they kind of framed it in a way I could understand. They said, Ashley Babbitt, yet another bitch that didn't listen. And I'm like, I didn't consider that.
Should give a clear and direct warning with multiple visual cues.
By a man.
By a man. Didn't listen.
It was,
and that was on our bonus, the biggest problem in Star Wars bonus episode, available for our Patreon listeners. So if you want to listen to me, I don't know, completely upset a bunch of our right-wing people in the audience with my wild take on...
They don't care about...
I don't know.
She was aborted.
Yeah, she got aborted by a cop.
She was...
Just like George Floyd. Oh, my God.
Oh, wait, no, they would care about that.
They would care about that. That's too far.
What if they ripped her mask off? Did you see that in the footage that got released?
What? Of her?
Yeah, of the storming the Capitol.
Yeah.
After she got shot and killed, like everybody's seen that, her bleeding out on like the cop that was already there. He's like, what the fuck? And everybody's like, oh my God, right? They cut it right there. Because what they didn't release is the cop bends over.
Yeah.
And it turns out it was a rubber mask and it's George Floyd underneath.
Oh, no.
They pulled it out.
Oh, no.
And it was actually George Floyd.
Now all us liberals really got egg on our faces. If it was a black lady, it would have been interesting, the dynamics.
Man. George Floyd was a man.
Well, I'm just saying, yeah, you know.
He Buffalo Billed. He did a Buffalo Bill.
Who did a Buffalo Bill?
George Floyd. And dressed up as Ashley. Okay.
This is a complex scenario we're weaving
Sanja
here.
says, Vito is slowly starting to realize the consequences of inflation and all this importing and whatever is hiking up the prices. Remember, you voted for this.
Whoa, hold on. The Fed was doing that under Trump. Biden just continued doing it. So everyone's responsible. Why is this you voted for it? We all voted for it.
Because you got to blame somebody.
No matter who you voted for, inflation was happening like crazy.
Incarnadine says all charities are basically advertising firms that advertise themselves.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Most charities seem to be, well, they do seem to be scams.
Yeah, right.
I don't know what good charities there are.
Just the show.
Newman, the Newman's Own Lemonade.
That's not a charity, though. You're just buying lemonade.
No, it's a charity. It goes to the Hole in the Wall gang. You don't know that?
But you're buying lemonade.
Yeah, so you can, so the retarded kids get a camp. Don't they deserve a camp? That's a charity.
As long as they're away from, as long as they're not staffing movie theaters, I'm fine with whatever you're doing to them. Just keep them away from the ticket thing at the movie theater.
A whole camp, and then the whole summer we don't got to deal with them, and their parents get to live a normal life for a small period of time. That's a good charity. For like a full 2 weeks, those parents get to pretend that they live in normalcy. And then their retarded kid comes back.
It's still not a charity, though.
How's it not a charity? It's helping the kids.
Because you're just buying lemonade. You are not doing the charity. Paul Newman is.
Yeah, but
you're buying lemonade.
Sure, fair enough. I'm not. But when I make the decision to buy Paul Newman's lemonade,
right?
Because I go, I want to help the retarded kids instead of the other lemonade. Doesn't that count?
No.
Okay.
Because you said retarded. Okay. That's all
That's all I've got to say. Well, Dick,
it's your turn.
Maybe it's time for me to take it away.
Yeah.
Dick, there's a problem these days. A problem I would call self-medical diagnoses.
Like trans?
I'll call it TikTok diagnoses because it's happening through TikTok. Dick, have you heard of this?
Kind of. Yeah.
Teens, according to the news, are using TikTok videos to diagnose themselves with mental health disorders, ranging from common to very rare. This trend rose among teens about a year ago, as many teens were isolated due to the pandemic. So when you leave kids alone, their brains start wandering off in stupid directions, and they go on TikTok, and they go, I've always thought I was a special and unique individual.
Right.
I must have autism or ADHD. I probably have borderline
too ordinary,
personality disorder, schizophrenia, dissociative
you got
identity disorder.
schizophrenia, buddy.
Yeah.
That's what you just self-diagnosed with schizophrenia.
And what's
sure.
worse about it is not only are they self-diagnosing themselves based on videos they saw on TikTok of other kids who wear dark clothing and weird fucking stupid shit in their hair, but they're proud of being neurodivergent. Have you seen this talk where these kids, have you seen these profiles where the kids go, I'm proudly autistic? You go, why? What is there to be proud of exactly? I'm proudly schizophrenic. I'm neurodivergent.
You can't be proudly schizophrenic.
They are.
That's a serious condition that you can fix.
You don't understand.
That you need to fix.
In the rush to be special and unique, which has always been a problem. People go, oh, I'm a little different. Now we've got to the point where having a mental illness is like, yeah, because I'm special. It's like, no, you're defective. Something's fucking wrong with your head.
But you're not.
And you're also
just an asshole. You're just an attention whore and
a dumb kid who has no idea what they're talking about and has decided to diagnose themselves with ADHD. So you can be part of a weird online clique of other people making videos about, oh, every day with my autism, you know.
Well, their moms do it too.
Yeah.
Their moms are at home
enable
saying,
it.
I got OCD and I got a I got a sexism or... There's a wage gap. You're talking nonsense.
I just don't know what's going on with these kids. Like when I was a kid, you know, I didn't sit around going like, I don't know. I don't even know what headspace they're in.
Yeah.
Are they just so detached from the world that they need? You know what it is? It's Harry Potter syndrome.
Okay.
I have this theory about why Harry Potter is the worst piece of children's media to ever be celebrated.
Okay.
Because most children's media is grounded in some form of like human reality.
Like The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe?
Yeah, like the kids eventually leave Narnia and come back to the real world,
but
right?
Then don't they go back? They go back to Narnia.
They go back and forth, whatever. The point is, they never go, I'm no longer human, you know? Like Peter Pan.
What about Animorphs?
You go to Peter Pan's
guys
world
turning
and
into
you
like
come
a
back.
propane
I didn't
tank.
read fucking Animorphs because I'm not a pervert, okay? But Harry Potter was always about, no, the ideal situation would be to find out that you're not actually human at all, that you are a separate race of magical wizard, far advanced beyond your human peers. And then you leave for the wizard world. Harry Potter never returns to the world of humanity. He always remains a special, higher caste of magic-wielding individual.
He doesn't even have friends that are like normal.
No, he doesn't have any human friends whatsoever. The book literally tells you human beings are basically useless scum, and you should aspire to ascend beyond them and be a special, unique individual. And I think that's what's happening with this autism, ADHD self-diagnosis, is these kids want to... They innately hate humanity so much because the media they consume has taught them to.
No, there's a lot of good reasons to hate humanity.
Sure, fine.
Yeah.
But they want to separate themselves from the normal humans.
Okay.
And they do so by going, well, I'm neurodivergent. I'm autistic. I'm basically an evolved secondary form of the human condition.
Yeah.
Which is wrong.
I'm a woman.
Right. They're just...
How far are you taking this?
It's becoming, and it's a real problem. This is like thousands of teenagers are doing this, that they're just going online and they're just declaring,
I have OCD.
I have autism, I'm, I don't know, handicapped. Yeah, I don't know, I need a wheelchair. They'll just like get a wheelchair for fun.
I've got too big a penis disorder.
Cross-eyed or whatever else.
You wake up every day and you got to keep up
focus
this lie.
on it, trying to figure it out. Well, as one, I can't make myself cross-eyed. I couldn't do it. No, I can't do it.
Oh, why?
I've never tried.
That sounds like a made-up medical
inability
condition.
to make yourself cross-eyed.
Yeah.
Well, I'm neurodivergent, Dick. I'm more important than regular human beings.
I guess there's no other way to stand out, though. Like you can't be good. You can't be good at something, and for people to say, "Wow, you're awesome at running."
Yeah.
That's cool. Now you have to be hindered like Jesus. You have to be a martyr in some way. Like, oh man, my struggles, I'm so accomplished that just being regular life is a struggle for me.
Exactly.
Therefore, I'm already achieving just by living because I'm an autistic slimekin Because I'm an autistic slime pedophile.
Well, these kids,
You
these
can
kids
imagine
are
how
going.
hard that is for me to go to school with you guys. And here I am, a pedophile.
They bring that up, but the kids will go, listen, I'm so special in advance because I have ADHD. I'm so beyond you guys. Also, I need extra time to take tests, so give me that. They want advantages when they're claiming that the disadvantage is already an advantage. They're double down. They're getting 2 for 1. They're going, I'm advantaged. My autism allows me to think around problems in certain special ways. Yeah. Also, I need like accommodation, or you're a bigot.
To take this math test that doesn't matter at all. That it's just like exists for some reason.
As one medical professional brings up, this self-diagnosis can have some serious problems. In a recent psychiatrist Dr. Adelo, that's a hell of a name, noted a striking rise in physical and verbal tics in teen girls. We're seeing an explosion of Tourette's-like tics in our unit, and every case is linked with these kids watching countless TikTok videos about people with Tourette's syndrome.
So they're all getting Tourette's?
Yes.
Like
and
Cartman?
She's saying these kids don't have Tourette's, but they're not exactly pretending either. They're literally giving themselves
What do you mean
weird,
they're not pretending? Yes, they are.
But if you convince yourself so badly that you have Tourette's, you do develop what could be a real fucking tic
it's not
somehow.
real.
I don't know.
It's just pretending to have Tourette's. It's like, you don't suddenly get Tourette's.
If you believe the lie long enough, does it not become truth?
No.
What if
it's
you
bullshit? Always.
Can you
it's always bullshit.
Could you trick yourself into having real Tourette's and just going, fuck, you know? You could maybe.
South Park also did this problem.
Yeah, did they? Well, no.
Cartman gave
he
himself
actually
Tourette's.
did. We're gonna have South Park.
So what's the problem then?
The problem is teenage self-diagnosed, because these kids are fucking developing fake tics.
Yeah.
As another example.
So what? It's better than playing with fidget spinners or whatever they're doing. Fuck them.
One guy says, if you're self-diagnosing yourself with, you're like, oh, I must have ADHD because, I feel anxious all the time. You're not going to go get yourself actually diagnosed and find out you might have hyperthyroidism or a heart flutter or something.
Fuck
you're going to
disguise.
The real problem is that it's going to destroy our culture, okay?
Culture? A culture of Iron Man and Obama?
Well, it's like you said, is that, these kids are just so desperate to stand out because it used to be you could just wear like something stupid. Again, this is goth erasure all over again. Yeah. Now they got to go leaps and bounds. You can't just put on something stupid or like have sex with everybody in your class.
Is real.
Yeah.
Like, all right, you're wearing, a weird
At least being gay was real. Being the gay kid in school, you go, I'm a little different,
That's cool.
Blowing the football team, whatever else. Now you got to cut off your fucking arm to stand out. There's no way to be an individual anymore because we've raised the bar so high that you have to develop mental illnesses in order to consider yourself a complete and unique
But they're
human
not
being.
real.
And I know they're not real, but I guarantee one of these kids
they're not real at all.
Yeah.
Tourette's isn't real. Have you seen those guys on TV? Like, that's not real. I got Tourette's.
I think there's a little something there. There's a little something.
Yeah, right.
They got to click, they got to snap.
And they all have like a different bit that they're doing.
Yeah.
Like the Tourette's people. Like, I'm a snap guy. I snap all the time. Okay, bud.
He's just having fun.
Try so fucking hard.
He's just having fun. We got to stop glamorize. Why do we glamorize a disability or any sort of, it's this victimhood culture.
Well,
I hate to sound like trite.
Because we started with not calling fat women fat.
Yeah.
That was the beginning.
We really need to bully people more.
Oh, well, who are you talking to? I have been
everybody.
Ironclad on calling fat women fat for my entire life. And now it's finally, we have a woman running what is information in the world, basically. In the free world, a woman, Marcy Darcy, is basically...
Wait, which one is this?
The Ministry of Information.
The transgender lady?
I forgot about that one. I'm talking about the woman, not the fat woman, the skinny woman that's running the Ministry of Information.
Yeah, she's going to tell you you're healthy at any size.
Well, the other one says you're healthy at any size.
Yeah.
The lady with the Adam's apple.
I don't know how she got that.
God.
We need to bully. Here's the problem. We need to convince kids to bully each other. The kids are afraid to bully.
I don't want them messing it up. All right. No.
They were good at it for the longest time.
I'm not going to be a boomer and say you guys got to fix this. I'll fix it.
All right.
I'll go down with the ship. I'll take care of
Bully
all of
the
this.
kids.
Yeah, you just gotta loosen the leash a little bit.
I don't know. I think peer pressure is so powerful that we really gotta lean on some of these kids, man. Football teams need to be going around.
Do you mean that literally?
Shoving kids in lockers. I mean, what literally?
Lean on the kids.
Yeah, lean on them, shove on
Grab
them,
their
punch
butts.
on them. Why not? Anything to make them realize they're not the special and unique snowflakes they desire to be.
But what are you going to tell them?
Tell them you don't have autism. You're just fucking stupid, and no one likes
But then
you.
they're going to have something else. Like, oh, yeah, I don't have, but I'm like autismo-divergent.
You go, okay, well, you're
I'm
also
like autism
obnoxious, and
inclined.
you're not allowed to come to our houses and play Halo anymore.
It's all of this shit. The Myers-Briggs personality test.
Yeah.
All of this shit adding up. These fake personalities
They're all the modern day horoscopes.
and fake medical histories.
Yeah.
People are just shoving as hard as they can.
Just stop enabling it. When someone tells you they're proudly autistic, go, why? What can you do? What is better about your day than if a bright light hits you, you got to rub your ear? Like what?
What are you gonna? How are you gonna introduce? How are you gonna make friends though? Like, how do you open with a woman?
Yeah.
Right. What do you say? Like, hi, nice dress. She's gonna think you're a creep. You gotta go like, hi, I have a disability where I don't think I'm in the wrong time. I actually think it's 1722.
See, she's gonna think that's quirky and fun.
Yeah.
You're gonna go on a fucking time.
Arr.
Yeah. You're gonna
You
be the
got
time
scurvy?
traveler's wife.
Arr.
Oh, you're a pirate type guy at that point.
Whatever. 1622. I don't know.
Girls are into that quirky bullshit.
Yeah.
Came from the 16th century just to
Got that
love you.
ass.
And then yeah. And someday I will disappear into the nether, and you will be
I'm a
forced to raise
time
my child
and
alone.
a fuck machine. Okay, was that your?
My
what was your
problem is TikTok self-diagnoses.
TikTok
self-diagnoses.
Self-diagnoses.
It's terrible, terrible. These kids.
Was it around before our parents? Because I remember our parents having all kinds of like television psychologists would promote this idea that you can learn a little bit about psychology and whatever was cool. Like, is your husband a sex addict?
Yeah.
Are you addicted to calories?
Yeah, there's always been some amount of that. I guess it's just this now that mental illness is being weirdly glorified.
You know what it went from? It went from The Cure. Like, it went from deadly cures, like drinking radioactive substances, to cure like fatigue.
Yeah.
That was good.
That was good.
Well, then we said, well, let's stop doing that. So they stopped doing that, and then people just started making up these fake illnesses
Yeah.
that they just take
there's no
safe
cure.
drugs for.
Yeah.
Because the problem is the radium, like drinking mercury, cured all the people with fake diseases and killed them.
Yeah. It was
So
a
now-
cure. It was a cure of sorts.
Yeah,
Not the
now
best
it's
kind
like,
of cure.
I got autism. Like, well, why don't you try some of this fucking...
Flax and Americane.
Yeah, why don't you try some of this mercury apple?
You want to give them mercury to
Yeah.
cure it. Yeah.
How else do you...
I think, well, maybe we do make
They're
the
not gonna
repercussions.
stop.
Yeah. Well, maybe they'll stop faking it if they know the medicine kills you. Maybe they'll go, maybe I don't actually have autism.
Okay. Is it my turn now?
Yeah, it's your turn.
That's a good problem. Are you self-diagnosed with anything?
No.
You said that like as a question.
I don't know
What
I
would
got.
you be if you could be?
Well, I think I convinced a doctor to give me what do you call it? Like ADHD medication at one point, but I don't know. I think I actually have. No, I think I just wanted the medication.
What's the medication?
What do they give you? What is it?
dildo
Adderall
up your ass?
No, not Adderall. There's a new one. Yeah, a dildo up your ass. No, they give
Ritalin?
you. Yeah, they give you like Ritalin type shit.
They
you know?
give you Adderall.
Yeah, and then you focus real hard.
I don't think
I think I
have
don't know if I
ADHD,
needed it or not.
honestly.
But like, what does it even mean? ADHD? Like, yeah, I have trouble.
It means like you
focusing.
can't put stuff away, and you start stuff, you don't finish it.
Isn't that every
you
human
drink
being?
a lot on the weekend.
Okay, so we all have
It's
ADHD.
hard for you to work out.
I just think they should
And
just
answer emails.
I
It's
think
hard.
Ritalin should just be over the counter because it's just like
Yes.
we live in a psychopathic society that requires you to manage 5 million different things just to stay alive. Like, of course, I need Ritalin
Well,
or whatever the
what
fuck
do you
it
need
is.
to manage to stay alive? What do you
I got 2 YouTube channels. I got this podcast.
I got 2
I got a
YouTube
show I'm
channels.
doing. I got a day job. I got a million projects. Got to pay the bills.
Oh, I gotta have this hat. I gotta have a new fun hat.
I know. And I'm working on a comic book available at superkiller.org where you can sign up for the mailing list. There's so much going on.
I know that I fucked something up with the audio. Let me fix it real fast. It's been bugging me.
All right. I'm looking at people's super chats, and it really is fun when a super chat seems so nice, and then I keep reading it and I realize it's a trick.
Don't look at the super chats.
What, I can't read one. I can't read one early. I'm filling air.
No, you're
here.
gonna mess them up.
I'm filling air. Okay.
Something sounds off with my audio, I think.
Test 1. Does anybody feel like Dick's audio sounds weird?
Check.
Check 1.
Check. I don't know. Something about it is annoying.
Well, maybe the chat can tell you if it sounds weird.
Yeah, does the audio sound okay? One guy was complaining last week.
I think last week somebody said something was peaking, but
I'll cut this out and re-upload a little bit. I fucked up last week by not uploading the new video that I can. Well, okay. If anybody says
I got a book I'm working on, I'm dressing as a banana on the weekends. So many projects, guys.
Okay, here's my problem. I swear to God, there's a delay. I don't know if am I imagining it? Maybe.
I think it sounds fine, says Jay Gonzalez. Kyle Baxter says, I'll get on my phone.
Check. Maybe I'm just finally losing.
You can probably run it through a filter at the end if there's a problem.
Yeah. Okay, here's my problem. Intellectual property. I'm talking
IP.
all of it.
All of it.
Mickey Mouse, monkey copyrights, Mickey copyrights. Vito,
you don't like copyright law.
why are we?
See, I'm going to argue with you on this one.
I know, but I know. That's why I'm already on my heels.
On your toes, on your heels.
Look. Okay. So Mickey Mouse and Disney has basically single-handedly perverted and ruined copyright law. Like it used to be you only had 28 years, 20, and then as Mickey kept coming into the period where he would be public use, Disney would pay the government to extend it.
Yeah.
So then it became 28, it became 50, 75, and
Life
now
of
it's
the
up to
author
like 90.
plus 70 or something.
So it's why Mickey is still, it's illegal to use Mickey fucking Mouse for anything like without, only Disney can do it.
Right.
And so then that applies to everything now, right? Like Iron Man.
Yeah, you can't use any of those characters.
You can't use any of this shit.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
And then you've got like people patenting basic little inventions and procedures so that they can sue companies for infringing on something that they have to have in anyway. Like you're familiar with patent trolls? Well, they'll come up with some rinky-dink little delivery.
I came up with online shopping carts, so every online shopping place owns me. Yeah.
And it's like a cost of doing business now.
Yeah.
None of it's forwarding our culture or innovation or increasing the quality of life for human beings. And I think that it's explicitly harming us as a culture and society. I'm saying do away with all, we've got seeds that are the DNA of the seeds is patented, right?
Yes.
Can't grow these seeds without
explicit permission.
And this is good? Somehow it seems to me
very confusing situation, yeah.
Not for the farmers.
Well,
I guess I gotta just go pay the licensing fee.
You gotta pay the licensing fee for the seed.
Bread. What? It's in the air.
Well,
if you thought weed was dumb, this is a plant that goes in the ground and it's illegal because I pulled it over an imaginary border. Yeah. Okay, this is a fucking seed and I gotta pay those guys for a seed that grows in the fucking ground?
It's their seed. They made the seed. They came up with the technology.
The entire internet hinges on this concept of copyright and intellectual property such that you can bring anyone you want down forever by frivolously filing a DMCA strike that has no punishment. Like, it's illegal to file, whatever.
Oh, so DMCA strikes are bad.
I'm saying copyright and intellectual property.
Okay.
Is like the original sin of everything.
Yeah.
It's why everything sucks. It's why all of
I don't know
our...
if it's why everything sucks. I think there's certain
it's even
barriers.
why women are retarded.
Okay, what would you... So if copyright law went away, what is this glorious future you envision?
Mickey pornography.
That's all? That's the only benefit? You can get that now.
You have to
You want like really professional grade Mickey pornography?
You have to make up like Mocky Mouse. Like,
Yeah.
hey, everybody, look, it's my...
So
come
just
see my
make
movie.
up
It's
Mocky Mouse. Why not?
It's not the same.
Yeah, exactly. I'm all right.
How come Jesus doesn't have a copyright? Anyone could talk about Jesus.
Because he's a real person and he's a bajillion years old.
But what? No, he's just a guy that the church made up.
Well,
That's their
he was
mascot.
like a real guy. Who knows if he had powers?
I don't think so. No, we all know that he did not have powers.
Historians believe. All right.
He did not have powers.
Might have had a power. Maybe he had not great powers.
He had the power to move you.
Yeah,
that's it.
The power to move you.
Wait. Let me just say my thesis.
Sure.
Property, right?
Property
Rights exist. 'Cause
yes.
If I'm using that property and you come take it, I can't use it anymore.
Yeah.
I'm using it. Okay. I'm making fucking cows or something on it.
It's your property.
It's my property. Paying, whatever. Paying taxes to the government so they can make. If I have an idea, or like write a song or a paper or make a Mickey Mouse or something, if you're using it, I can still use it. Doesn't. What are you protecting?
Well, it diminishes the market for that thing. If, let's say let's say I write a really good song and then I want to sell, albums, but then Universal or one of these major music corporations comes along and they just get their big star to record the song herself and sell it.
They do that.
Yeah, but then they pay a royalty to the guy who owns the copyright on the song.
But not very much. That's why music
Regardless, they got to pay him something, and he can say no.
But
he can say, no, I don't want to give Katy Perry my song.
There's compulsory royalties. Like, people can cover it, and then they pay you a compulsory royalty.
Do you have to let someone cover your song on an album?
Yeah.
I thought that was like for bars or like live performances only.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know either.
I think there's a compulsory rule, but I'm still saying the bulk of the money you make comes from the writing the song, the work, and then it comes for the musicians for doing the performances.
So, like when Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird famously came up with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, a famous little indie comic, you think it would have been cool if like a cartoon company said that would make a cool cartoon and made it and gave them nothing?
Yeah, fuck them. Well, it's not worth all this, like, Mickey Mouse has got to be extended for... Mickey Mouse is, like, immortal and owned by the Disney company until the end of fucking time?
I think that the protections go both ways and that small creators benefit greatly from copyright protection on their works. Now, you can say that maybe the terms are too long and that, Mickey Mouse has been long enough that he should belong to the public consciousness or something. But I wouldn't get rid of it entirely.
Why?
I just told you why. It's to protect
the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Any creator of any type. If you
small
make
creators
something,
aren't getting protected.
I don't want someone to use my creations to like Super Killer. The comic book currently available at superkiller.org. I don't want to put that comic out and then somebody else takes
This
it.
is what
and fucks
bothers
it
me
up.
about it, though. It's like the reason I think Americans support it is because they all have this lottery mentality, like they're going to be the next big creator. And
Some
they're gonna
will.
No.
Or they won't, but at least they'll know that they own a little thing and it's their thing.
Yeah.
And nobody else can just take it from them for funsies.
But but you can still make it. Like if you're the guy making Super Killers, you could make a better Super Killer than anybody else.
Then there would be all culture would be commodified in the hands of the big makers, even more so than now.
I'm sorry.
There would be no
more so than now.
If you
How is that possible?
If you want there to be any sort of independent anything, you can't say we're going to get rid of copyright because then you're just completely At least now we're at like a period in time where it seems like the independent media is gaining a foothold against this corporate-owned bullshit.
Where is that happening?
It's happening right now in the hearts and minds of America. The comic book industry, a bunch of people are doing into these stuff. I think we're going to start seeing a lot of independent movies again. You know,
we're going to start seeing independent movies
Ben
again.
Shapiro's putting that dumb
We're gonna see
bitch in the fucking movie. Whatever.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
Look,
I
I'm
can't
not
wait
saying
for
it's all gonna
Gina
be good.
Carano's fucking
Independent video games are better than ever, and you know what?
yeah, but it's one game.
EA can't come in and then say, "Okay, we're going to take that and just make it our thing."
Sure, they can.
They can buy the rights or the company, but they can't just copy it verbatim, or they can't steal the characters and the plot. There's protections.
Yeah, like if somebody
for the
made...
artists. I want artists to have protections.
Why?
Whenever you see one of those things and it's like
but
an
they
artist,
can still make more stuff. Why is it? Why do we need this system that's like okay? So you have copyright, right?
Right.
Now that you have the copyright, no one else can make money off your thing. So you've got total control of it. You set it up on YouTube to make money with advertising.
Yeah.
But since it's all based around these intellectual property behemoths, it's like all content flows up. You can only make money on YouTube through advertisements directed to the top of the intellectual property food chain, which is talking about Star Wars, talking about their
the
fucking
top
movies.
pieces of content. Yeah.
Instead of just going like, you know what? I'm going to make Ghostbusters.
I'm going to make a Star Wars.
I'm going to make a fucking Ghostbusters.
Okay, but that's going to be the other part of my argument is that I don't understand.
I'm Peter Venkman.
No,
look at me.
You can just make your own Ghostbusters and Star Wars. Just make it different.
Why?
Call it something else. Come up with your own. I think it spurns creativity to tell people. No, I hate seeing these people go, I made a Star Wars fan film. I wasted 2 years of my life, and me and all my buddies dressed up like Jedi, and I'm like, you could have invested all that time and effort into making something new, but instead you made fucking Star Wars.
The audience, I already know what Star Wars is. Yeah, make another Star Wars. Now you got to go get permission from Disney, who fucks everything up. Like, what is the point?
I don't want more. Do you want more Star Wars? Do you want infinite Star Wars, more fan fiction than we have? No.
A good one.
I want to cut these people's legs off, all right, and end it, okay?
The little guys?
Yes, I'm tired of all these guys. Famously, there's a bunch of guys. I made a video one time where I was like, guys, stop making fake Pokemon games, because every time Nintendo comes in and cease and desists you.
So you think that's good?
Yes.
Why?
Because stop wasting your fucking time making... There's already a million Pokemon games. Just make something new.
But Pokemon
Make
is
your
fun.
own thing that you own.
But if it's too close to Pokemon, you get sued.
No, you won't get sued. They don't own the rights to the idea of little monsters running around. There's a million.
Why would they not fight it?
If we had no copyright, we would have no Digimon. We would have no.
Digimon sucks.
Digimon does suck, but at least it's different.
But it didn't need to. It needed to be different because of the fucking copyright. They could have just made, hey, we're doing Pokemon 2. Check it out.
No.
We have fucking water Charizard.
No, because then
it's funny.
Just make your own shit. How would you feel if tomorrow Joe Rogan announced, I'm starting a new podcast called The Biggest Problem in the Universe, and it's me and my buddies, and we bring in 2 problems every week, and no one else has ever done this, and we're going to do it, and nobody can say bullshit.
He's
calling it the biggest problem in the universe.
How would I feel?
Yeah.
Annoyed.
Okay. Would you feel that you wish there was some sort of governmental protections?
No, then I would go do the Joe Rogan show.
Okay. You should start a show right now and call it the Joe Rogan Experience.
I would put googly eyes on my penis.
Yeah.
And put it in front of a little webcam and put a string for a mouth and make him talk. And they're like, oh, wow, that's so interesting. What if a gorilla fought DMT?
Oh, man, Jamie, pull that up. Pull that one up.
Oh, that's so interesting.
I think copyright protections
If they're going to steal my stuff, I could steal so much stuff.
You just want everyone to steal everything.
Well, it's like...
Why have property at that point? Well, how about we just have...
Because property, it removes my ability to use my property. That's what I said. Intellectual property...
No, but you can still use their property. Just go to their house. If they're using
they don't
yours.
have a fucking house.
Well, go use the
property makes sense because someone has to use it. I'm using it, so that's why there's property rights. Intellectual property, you can still use it. You can still make
Windows.
Windows.
A diminished marketplace for...
This is a diminished marketplace.
Yes.
This is like... It sounds like you've been trained by a big company to say that.
If 100 Superman movies come out in a year, why would you see any of them?
Why would I see one?
Well, some
sucks.
people do see one though, and there's still a market for it. But if there's a bajillion, competing alternatives,
is Jesus suffering because there's just so many Jesuses out there?
I would argue
is the Vatican?
Haven't wars been fought over the diminishment of the Jesuses? Every time Jesus splits into two, there's a giant war where they kill each other to figure out which Jesus touchers are the best ones.
I would rather.
Okay, so yes, there has been that.
I would rather.
Every holy war has been over the splitting of Jesus's copyright law. Okay.
I would rather fight to the death over Ghostbusters than Jesus.
They tried to have Islam tried to spin off Jesus, and look what happened. We got 1,000,000 years of fucking crusades and shit.
Yeah.
All right. So that's what happens.
Wouldn't you like the
when
Harry
you get
Potter?
rid of copyright
Wouldn't
law.
you like the Harry Potter fans to all kill each other?
Sure.
Like we're doing all gay Harry Potter. Like
but you can,
motherfuckers.
but you can just there are like that. What do you call it? Twilight became 50 Shades of Grey.
What? There's no vampires in that.
Yeah, but it was based on. You didn't know that?
Twilight's based on
50 Shades of Grey was originally Twilight fan fiction, and then she just kind of changed the names around.
See, it would have been better with vampires.
No, it wouldn't have been better. It's better that it's its own stupid thing, and they're both terrible regardless.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, you as the creator have the ability to use the smallest amount of your brain and go, instead of calling it Pokemon, I'll call it Super Monster Time.
Sucks, though. I don't want to play Super Monster Time.
You don't know. It might be better.
So then go with that if you think it's better.
Well, this forces you to make it different and better.
So you look.
It forces you to use your brain and not just copy
Thomas
what came
Edison
before.
has the patent for
The light bulb.
Alexander Graham Bell. Excuse me. Wait, who did the phone?
Alexander Graham Bell did the phone.
Okay, versus Westinghouse, the other guy, right? They each go. Westinghouse misses the patent on that by like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
He shows up to the patent office.
Also, his phonograph was weirdly racist, so they didn't want to accept it.
Is that true?
Yeah,
What do you
his
mean weirdly racist.
well, because what's his name? Alexander Graham Bell had like hello, like recorded on a disc, and his was just like, look at all these fucking N-words out here. And they're like,
Wow,
I don't know if you
that.
can patent that. Yeah.
Imagine if someone could patent the N-word.
Well,
Trademark it.
It would. Yeah.
No, you can't
Imagine
use
if
it
you got
anymore.
sued every time you used it. That's the way
That's
we
what
treat it
you
now.
want.
That's what I want.
So Westinghouse shows up to the patent office, fucked up some paperwork or something. Then Alexander Graham Bell shows up, gets a patent for the entire.
We're going to use one patent dispute and all copyright has to go out the window because of that.
It's a pretty big invention.
Patents are a separate thing. If we're talking about patents,
It's a pretty big
it's
invention.
a whole different
though.
fucking thing than
Not
copyright.
really. It's intellectual property. It's property that is not exclusive to one owner. It's property that can be used no matter what. If you have it and I use it,
It's an idea.
Yeah, your
You know.
usage of it is not lessened by mine.
Should I not be rewarded for the fruits of my labor, Dick?
It doesn't matter.
For all that time
That's
I
irrelevant
spent
to the
screaming
law.
into a cone trying to make it do
go
something.
for it. You have it. You invented it. You should be the first one out there with it. You've got to jump on everybody, right? Unless it's just some fucking tweak. Some song. Oh, like we really need to reward somebody for writing a song about sticking their dicks and stuff. Like, oh my God, that guy wrote a song about blowing Satan. Like, he really needs to be rewarded for millions. This guy, fucking Country Chestnuts over here, wrote a song about drinking whiskey and beating up whores. We really need to protect his right to monetize this intellectual property. Well, you can't have just Mickey Mouse.
You can't just bring up examples of
Mickey Mouse.
things you don't like and say, well, copyright sucks because
What
it
is
protects
good?
those
I
people.
want to know because I want to see empirically what is the proof that it drives any innovation at all, and I don't think it exists. I looked for it, and all I can see is people like, well, we have it because we need an arrangement with the creator, and it's like, yeah, I understand the fucking meme that you keep saying, but I need to see it proved that as protections went up, inventions went up in a way that is not also clocked by technology. Do you know what I'm saying? Has there been anything better created in the since Disney started extending the fucking copyright? Has it gotten better? I don't think so.
Do you own any trademarks, Dick?
No.
Okay. Well, then at least you're living your truth.
I have copyrights.
Oh, you have copyrights.
Everything you make is copyrighted.
Well, why don't you release those copyrights?
So the Japanese hentai pornography on intellectual property, you're against that then?
That's just going to happen regardless.
Oh, but they could sell it there. So it exists. You're saying the world would be better off if there was no kinds...
No, there is no legal protection for hentai pornography. A derivative hentai.
Yeah, you can't sell that in the United States.
Well, yeah,
can't sell
you
it
also can't sell it in Japan. They just let
Yes, you can.
You can sell it, but not legally. There's no legal precedent that says you're allowed to create derivative erotic works. The companies just ignore it.
I don't think that's true.
I do think that's true. It's just a permissive culture where they go, yeah, it would just, we're not going to crack down on it.
So it shouldn't exist. So the law shouldn't exist.
Yeah, it's within the rights holders if they want to prosecute it. Some rights holders think they benefit from allowing it to happen.
Who benefits the most from this? Big companies. Microsoft with all the software, Google with all their bullshit,
it goes
Disney,
both ways.
Marvel, all this horse shit.
I can point at all these small creators who created something from nothing. If we didn't give them protections, they would have been ripped apart by the system.
All right, whatever. Intellectual property.
Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird would have been watching that Turtles TV show and movie franchise.
But what have they made that's any good after that?
Then why do they got to make more than one thing?
Because
what is that?
You don't just make... if you made something good and then you get paid for it...
You stop.
Logically, if you think the law is good, they should have made a whole bunch of other good things, but they didn't. So then what the fuck was the point of the reward?
Kevin Eastman bought Heavy Metal Magazine and ran it into the ground, so he did that. He tried. Set up a publishing company. It just didn't go that well.
That is not good. That does not get credit.
And then they made a turtle with boobs, and they famously split. You got to watch the documentary about the guys who made Turtles. It's great.
Okay. That's my problem, intellectual property.
I have a soft spot from those guys because same hometown. Dick, I went to a amusement park.
Okay.
I went to Universal Studios Hollywood.
Okay.
And in this park are a number of attractions, which I did not enjoy. They made me upset. They made my head hurt. They gave me a splitting migraine.
Oh.
And I know why. Do you know why?
Menopause.
My problem, Dick, is 3D technology. It's fucking terrible.
Oh, like on TVs?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so fucking bad. How did we ever get tricked into being like, hey, 3D movies are back in a big way. Avatar, you're going to love it. I remember seeing Avatar.
I didn't see it.
The whole time I was in the theater, I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to fucking die. Okay, not only is it dark, the glass is dark and everything, the 3D fucking sucks. If you're a guy like me who already has glasses, I'm wearing a pair of glasses over my other glasses that don't fucking work. Yeah. So I don't even know if I'm seeing it right. And my head is just fucking splitting. I go to Universal. Half these fucking rides, they're like, time to put on your 3D glasses. And I'm like, maybe it won't suck this time. And I get out of fucking Megatron and Opticon and Bumblebee screaming at me. And I'm just like, oh, why did anyone? And then I go on Jurassic Park.
That's 3D too?
No, that has real fucking animatronic dinosaurs like coming out of shit. And I'm like, this is just obviously better on every level.
Yeah.
Why did you at any point say, how did you not test it and go, wow, this fucking sucks. Let's never use it again.
I don't know.
There was I don't know how long it was, like 5-year period of time where they're like, no, it's good now. And I'm like, no, it's not.
It's never going to be good. It's horrible. I've only seen one 3D movie, The Green Hornet.
Yeah. What a fucking nightmare.
So bad, dude. Halfway through, I'm like dipping the things down and just kind of looking.
I ended up watching Avatar where I'm just like double vision. I just took the glasses off and I'm like, I can't process this. And what's worse is they're double. I think it's coming back.
Because of Avatar 2.
Because Avatar 2 is coming. And James Cameron has said, we wanted our return to Pandora to be something really special. Every shot was designed for the biggest screen, the highest resolution, and the most immersive 3D available. We've set out once again to push the limits of what cinema can do. No, James, you fucked us. That stupid Avatar movie made so much money that we had to endure all these fucking. You would go to the theater and you'd be like, do you have any like non 3D showings? And they're like, we're only doing 3D because we can charge an extra $10 for it because it's special.
Get in there, slap it up, you pig.
Slap it up, you piece of shit. And you would, I think I forget how many 3D movies I tried before I finally said, just never again. I'm not doing it.
I didn't even need to see one. Like, I fucking hate
But I had forgotten because they went away. Like the 3D movies, they finally stopped doing
Captain EO was the only good 3D movie ever made.
Yeah, but that was the classic 3D 3D though with the red and blue, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fine because it was like gimmicky.
No, it was polarized, I think.
Was it? They had that technology at the time of Captain EO? I don't know.
They had that technology in like the fucking turn of the
Then why'd
century.
they wait for fucking what's his name to start? Because IMAX screens made it available? I don't know.
The cameras. No, I think it was the cheapness of the film.
Yeah.
Of filming it. But it always existed.
Well, they're saying the problem, I tried to figure out what it is that makes it, or at least gives me a fucking headache, is that when our eyes see an approaching object, our eyes turn inwards. You start going cross-eyed because the thing's getting closer to you.
Yeah.
But this is creating the illusion of a thing coming closer. So your eyes have to deal with your hardwired inclination to focus inward and then focus back out. It's like this illusion of a thing coming towards you. So your eyes are like, I gotta focus in, but it's like, no, it's still a screen back there, and you're like, oh, I guess I gotta focus out. Your eyes have no fucking idea where to go.
Here's something coming at me right
insanity.
now.
Oh my god.
Honey.
Yeah, for those of you watching at home with your 3D glasses right now. All right.
One of the funniest.
How exciting was that for you?
One of the funniest things I've ever. It was Eastbound and Down, like season 2, and they're in Mexico, and that idiot's talking about a 3D TV, and Danny Ryan says, "Oh, you like 3D, do you? Well, here's a burrito coming at you," and throws it in his face. Throws a full burrito in his face. I was like, "Oh, thank God that guy feels that way about 3D."
And also, like, what did it add? Because the 3D is always
just a gimmick.
It's not even like oh my god, the cinema and the magic. It's like, no, like his fucking hand is coming out. All right, his head's popping out a little bit.
It's not like immersive.
Nothing. No,
like it's still just. It looks like a kind of a cutout. Like, oh, they're over there.
It looks like fucking shit. It looks
it's
so
not like you can
bad.
like turn around and see like, hey, look, check that out. Like that would be cool. That's like VR is cool.
Yeah. The idea of it is cool. Like when I was on the studio tour and they're like, oh, King Kong's coming at you in a dinosaur.
Look at his dick.
Yeah, and I'm like, wow, if this actually like was 3D, that would be awesome. But instead it's just a blurry headache fucking inducing dark mess.
I hate it.
It's insane how bad it is. I can't believe they made 3D TVs as long as they did.
I dated a girl who was in charge
of a 3D TV?
No, she was in charge of programming for a 3D network.
Oh my God, they have that?
Yeah, and I was making fun of her a lot. I was like, "What? I hate 3D. Like, why are you doing this? It's horrible."
The one thing I want to try,
like, yeah, that's kind of the big problem. Like, nobody wants to talk about
hates it.
You just want to get home and check out. Like, you don't want to be fucking sitting there with goggles. Whoa! And then what did he say? And then what did he say? Honey, what are you doing? Hold on. I'm going to take my glasses off.
TV is supposed to be kind of a passive, you put it on experience and you like tune out. Not, oh my God, shit's flying at me. Holy fucking Lord.
It's Schindler's List in 3D.
It also feels like now that we have like virtual reality helmets, which is kind of okay, like why are we making an Avatar 2 with the 3D technology? Clearly the future is virtual reality movies or some shit, so stop.
Oh, wasn't Avatar just all about the stupid 3D anyway? I don't know why.
I don't know.
I didn't hear any funny lines from it. I didn't see any cool scenes from it. It seemed like just a bunch of retards got duped into seeing it because of 3D.
Yeah. I guess when they go to the tree and like all the sparkle lights are everywhere, maybe that looked cool. I don't fucking know.
But they're in a good movie. You hear quotes from it. You hear like Speed.
You remember the name of the characters.
Yeah, remember when the bus hit that baby carriage and it was full of cans and not like you. People tell you shit.
Yeah.
Avatar. I was like, I heard nothing.
I remember when those helicopters are kind of 3D or whatever. I can't.
Unobtainium is the only thing. And they called it that. Like, okay.
You got to get it from the blue people.
Sounds like you morons got rooked for 20 bucks.
I'm wondering, there must be some people out there who like it, but I don't think I've ever met anybody who said, yeah, I love those 3D
and the
movies.
chicks have the alien chicks have no tits.
No, not even. I don't even know if they breastfeed their young.
What's the point of the 3D then?
I don't know if they have teats at all.
Those tits flopping right in my face.
They have fucking, you can jam your brainstem into your kid. Maybe that's how you feed your kid. That's all I remember. Is that I was like, this is barbaric.
Jam your stem into your kid. That's what you remember.
You could find an animal on the planet and take your brainstem out and hijack an animal. And I'm like, there's all sorts of complicated questions of consent
that's real?
there. Yeah.
That's so fucking dumb.
It's really dumb.
So you're telling me you don't want people to just make like Avatar movies
and fuck it up?
Yeah.
Well, no, I want, if anything, I'm glad copyright exists because otherwise, for the past 10 years, we would have had people making fucking Avatar movies. Thank God James Cameron took so long to make a fucking sequel to this shit.
Okay, but look, so like comic book artists.
Yeah.
Right? Let's take Frank Miller.
Okay.
If Frank Miller did a Batman, right? The
Yes.
Killing Joke.
No.
Which one did he do?
He did The Dark Knight Returns.
The Dark Knight Returns. Okay. And then
The Killing Joke was by Alan Moore.
and you know both of those,
Yes.
okay?
Yes.
So there's more Batman comics, but they're not by those guys.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
I don't care. But if those guys said, "Hey, I'm doing another Batman," you'd go, "Ooh, I got to get this one," right?
Maybe. I'd take a look.
You take a look. You'd be interested in it, right?
Sure.
My point is that the guys, the creators, even though they didn't create the Batman, they still draw the money because you know what to expect from those guys. It's not like if they could do Batman all day on their own,
Yeah.
and it would still be
There's a
those
guy
guys'
who,
talent.
the guy
and the
who-
other guys, Batman could be making shitty Batmans all over the place, and they will, and you could just
But you'll
ignore
still
it.
be able to figure out which is the good one. That's what you're saying.
Because that one's made by Frank Miller or fucking Alan West,
but
whatever
what
he
if
was.
some new guy, no, this is stupid. Stupid
Why is it
argument.
stupid? It would make better content.
No, because there would be so many Batmans showing up that, yes, just because you know those guys are good. What if a new guy shows up is good, but he's got to compete with 500 other Batmans?
You already have to. You know how many fucking music, you know how many songs are being generated
I don't
every
even
day?
want this guy to make Batman. We have enough Batman. That's another thing. You're making the argument that we could have so many more good Batmans.
One or two.
No, we already have too much Batman. We need less Batman.
No, we need more.
Dude, right now the big thing is that DC Comics doesn't know how to market any of their characters. So all the top DC books are like Batman and Catwoman, Batgirl.
Yeah.
You're like, where's Superman? Where's Aquaman? They're like, oh, we don't sell any of those
Because they own all
comics.
the IP, so they just have time to burn. They can just
No,
sit on
they just make Batman, and they will just keep making Batman. And this prevents, thank God, a billion more. There's already Batman fan comics, Batman fanfic. I don't know how we got back on your stupid fucking topic, but there's too much fucking Batman already. All right, I don't need more I need to go, oh, Alan Moore's making 100 more Batmans. No, thankfully,
That'd be
Alan
great.
Moore moved on to making other fucking shit. To making
Okay.
weird pedophile comics, and that's fine.
I'm sorry.
Because he's a weird British man. Did you ever hear about Lost Girls by Alan Moore?
No. Who took them? Alan Moore?
Yeah, Alan Moore took them.
The girls?
He made an erotic comic book about Wendy from Peter Pan and
As a kid?
I think from Alice. Well, they're all talking about, when I was 14, I fucked the shit out of Peter Pan, talking about their sexual experiences. And
Peter Pan's like 100 years old, though. Or, I mean, he's at least 50.
yeah, that's true. He's a 50-year-old boy. But he
See,
never
but you could
never
say-
grew up, Dick.
Yeah, but he kind of did, though, because he's, like, ironically doing that
Anyway,
shit.
isn't it better that Alan Moore is making his crazy pedophile comics than a bunch of Batman shit?
So let me get
Good
this
for him.
Let me get this straight. So Wendy fucks Peter Pan.
Yes.
That's gross.
Right.
Because Peter Pan is 50.
Yeah.
But if I fucked Peter Pan, I'd be the pedophile. Excuse me. If Captain Hook,
If
Captain Hook fucked Peter Pan,
he'd be the. Well,
he'd get shit for it.
I mean, as the book states, Peter Pan never grew up. Now, what does
But
that
he
mean?
did because
No,
he's aware of thematic elements and emotionally aware of
You
things.
think he's matured emotionally?
It's an act. And you know it's an act because he doesn't react like a child.
Yeah. You think he's a 50? You think he's just like a 50-year-old dude, just like, oh,
been there a long
hey,
time.
Wendy, I'm just a fun little boy running around. Yeah.
He's abducting children.
Look at her. She's going to come to my flying land. Me and all these orphan kids who are also 50 are going to rail this poor. I don't know what's going on in Peter Pan. Whose problem? What problem are we even finishing? 3D technology, Dick.
I do think it's bad.
What a waste of
But it's
everybody's
dead, though.
fucking time. But
It's
it was
dead.
still stuck in these parks because they built all the fucking rides to have it. Can they go in and like fix the rides to not use these fucking glasses?
What do you want to see? Just like a diorama?
Basically, I would have
Okay.
more fun.
A Mr.
If
Toad's
it-
Wild Ride?
Yeah, I would rather you describe what Optimus Prime is doing than me try to see it.
Like Andy Kaufman reading The Great Gatsby. And then Optimus Prime drew his sword.
As the car is whipping
no
around in
reason.
circles and like rocking back and forth, Megatron is currently shaking your car back and forth as he attempts to obtain the Allspark. This is better. That would be better.
Don't you think that black people should be able to have like a black Transformers movie?
Well, they already have a black Transformer. Didn't we talk about this?
Jazz?
Jazz is black.
No, they should do all
black Transformers.
Yeah. But they can't because of copyright law.
Transformers in the hood.
No,
What would they turn
not
into?
hood based.
What would they turn into? A barber shop?
No.
A Cadillac?
Just regular Transformers.
Yeah.
No racist jokes.
A liquor store? What would they turn into, Dick?
Pontiac. I
A
think.
Pontiac. You know what Pontiac stands for? Not doing that joke.
No. Bluetooth.
Bluetooth.
I don't think I need to add anything on that, honestly.
Well, what do we hate about Bluetooth? I use my Bluetooth speaker.
And
Pair
How
it
long-
up.
oh, if it's that simple?
Pair
Just
it up.
Paired it up.
It seems to automatically pair itself sometimes.
Sometimes.
I got a good one, I think.
You spend 20 minutes trying to connect to a Bluetooth.
I think because I only have like one Bluetooth thing in my life.
that's it.
Yeah, it can connect to it
Yeah.
pretty reasonably.
That's what you got to limit.
Yeah.
How many Bluetooth devices can my phone connect to? 3.
Yeah.
And that's
about it.
When my girlfriend's got a speaker, can it connect to those? No.
Yeah.
It says it's got Bluetooth on the thing. Can I just pair it? Yeah, no. Why? Well, because it's like the embodiment of everything that's wrong with people. They put it together wrong. The spec is enormous. Here's Bluetooth. I went to the Ericsson Bluetooth history site to try to get some facts for this.
Oh,
And the site didn't work.
fantastic.
And I said, yeah, that's
a
it.
good summary.
I'm done.
That's a good summary of the Bluetooth experience.
I hope they did it on the SSL certificate
Yeah.
was expired, so it's popped up with that big thing. It's like, you can't proceed unless you're a fucking expert internet user. Click advanced, and then click, and I was like, no.
I will say,
that's it. That's about right.
I am kind of a Bluetooth virgin. I have like one speaker. I bought
Yeah.
I bought an earpiece that I never use.
Yeah.
And occasionally I try to connect a game controller to my phone, and then I
And it doesn't
forget
work.
why. Yeah, and then I'm like, why did I
Try to have
bother?
a keyboard. Oh, this will be cool.
Yeah.
Doesn't fucking work. I connect
did-
it to my car. It doesn't fucking work. You get two phones in there, and then all of a sudden you're sitting in your home, and your music starts playing through your neighbor's Jeep, and you're like, well, there you go. Amazing. Bluetooth strikes again.
It is fun when it connects to the wrong speaker.
20 years, and it's just not gotten any better.
Well, is it a standard that would ever be updated? It's in everything
It's
now.
updated all the time. It's been updated 5 times. Every time's
Really?
worse than the last.
Wow.
Nobody knows why.
This was a Sony Ericsson invention, is that what you said?
Yeah, they came up with the standard
Blue.
protocol or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm sure the name is something that's just
pointless.
wonderfully cute.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's such a fucking cute reason that it's called Bluetooth.
The dog in the office's name was Blue.
Someone had blue balls, and the dog bit him on his balls, and it's got blue something just so fucking kitschy and
I like when this
cute.
show has the opportunity to educate our listeners about something. We just don't look it up.
The site was down.
The site was down. What
The
are you going to do?
Bluetooth site doesn't
We
work.
don't know what's wrong with it.
I threw up my hands. Went,
Do you ever
Of course!
purchase new Bluetooth devices? Hoping.
throw them away. I throw
Throw
them
'em
right in
away.
the trash.
I did get a Bluetooth keyboard recently. I haven't really put it through its paces.
Doesn't work. I have a Bluetooth
Yeah.
keyboard right here. Mount every 10 seconds just
connects.
stops working.
Yeah.
No rhyme or reason for it. Nothing else. Nothing else works as poorly as Bluetooth. What if any gravity just stopped working
stop,
every once in
turned
a
off.
while? No,
That'd
it's
be
not
a
working for
tragedy.
you, huh? Well, see ya.
Yeah.
It's the glitchiest, shittiest technology.
Well, but it's wireless, Dick.
We have a lot of wireless shit.
Yeah.
All of that works.
It's true. What are the other wireless standards?
Garage,
Just,
Wi-Fi,
Yeah, Wi-Fi.
AGN, whatever it is, works all. You could stream entire movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you stream it. There is an N.
yeah,
Yeah, there is an.
I know there's
Think of
an
it. You stream entire movies
Yeah.
all day
through the cloud.
Back and forth.
Yeah.
through the air, having cell phone calls, streaming
You would never
for
stream
hours
a movie through
around the whole
Bluetooth.
fucking world.
Yeah.
But you try to connect a
Headset.
headset to your thing that's a foot away? Oh no, it's because
Can't find it.
Because it's all this frequencies. Right, yeah. It's just impossible. It's just fucking impossible that it just start over.
Yeah.
Start over. You guys.
Well, I'm surprised they haven't replaced
up.
it with something like a red tooth, green tooth. When are we getting another color?
Short range Wi-Fi, short range wireless just call it something that it is.
Well,
normal.
Bluetooth.
Don't give it a cute name.
Bluetooth.
It's actually an acronym.
Actually, yeah, I do hate when things like have weird names like that.
I hate it.
Sony did that with Blu-ray. You're like, what's a Blu-ray? Well, the disc is blue.
It's Sony is behind that one as well.
Yeah, exactly. I'm
Sony has
what has it got, a ray?
Sony has fucked us in so many ways.
I think ever since, didn't they pioneer beta?
Sony
but
fucked
beta
up
was
beta?
good. They fucked up marketing beta.
I think it actually wasn't good. I
Beta
think that's
was
a myth.
preferable to VHS.
Quality, but I don't think the runtime was there.
I don't think it could hold more than like an hour on a tape.
And VHS could hold like 8.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if that came later
Sony,
though. I think they eventually had dual. I think they like towards the end of the beta lifespan figured out how to make them longer.
Sony fucked up beta. Sony fucked up Laserdisc, I think. Blu-ray. Boop. Sony fucked up their UMD shit on their PlayStation. Their memory sticks.
Oh god, the Vita, the PlayStation Vita.
Yeah.
Instead of just using an SD card like every other piece of technology at the time, they're like, you have to use this proprietary memory card, and you're like, you just fucked the whole system. And you couldn't even buy them anywhere. You can't even get a memory card for these things. I have a 64 gigabyte memory card for my Vita. I think it goes for $200 now because you can't get the memory cards because of some stupid proprietary Sony format.
And that's Bluetooth.
And that's Bluetooth, baby.
They need to make an American one.
Sony should be the biggest problem. I could bring in Sony sometime.
That would be very reminiscent of another show.
It was Sony, Bron?
I don't think so.
I know there's a big DRM thing with them at one point in time. I wonder if you guys ever...
Yeah, because of all the intellectual property shit.
All right, that's a whole different
Vito,
thing.
It's the worst thing.
It's the worst
swear
thing.
to God, it's
the biggest problem in the universe.
It's the biggest problem in the universe.
Not more than these fucking autistic kids won't shut the fuck up. God damn.
Okay, what are your problems?
Teen girls developing fake Tourette's. Internet self-diagnoses.
You're changing it around a lot. What is it? You had TikTok first. Now
neurodivergent self-diagnoses.
Oh, neurodivergent.
Yeah. Well, that's
but
what they call
doesn't include
themselves.
like anything else, like women who say they have like anorexia.
That's a separate problem, though.
You're calling it neuro.
I'm specifically focusing on this mental fake neurodivergence. There, nailed it.
What about the self? Okay.
Well, it's because it's fake. Because they're coming up with it in their fucking head.
Okay. What else?
And 3D technology.
3D technology. Okay.
Or should I call it shitty 3D technology?
Nah, because there's no good.
There's no good 3D.
Well, but then
except for the red and blue
I thought you were talking
glasses.
about 3D printers.
Yeah, I haven't touched any of those. Those suck too, though.
Okay.
Are some of those good? I don't know. I don't have a 3D printer. You don't
can
have
make
a 3D
guns.
printer.
Yeah, I have a 3D printer. You want to make a gun?
Do I want to make a gun?
Yeah. Print you out a gun. Bop, 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 bop.
Let's make a gun.
You can shoot anyone you want.
Let's
and then
do it.
just throw it in the trash.
Don't you only get 3 rounds?
The 3D gun?
How much does a lower receiver hold now? That's what you're printing, right? You got to print the lower receiver.
You can print the whole thing. You can print the whole thing, and you can.
What's the part you're supposed to register with the government? Or you don't have to register any part of it.
The upper.
The upper receiver?
I think I have. Wait a minute. No.
I think it's the lower receiver. Yeah.
I have a bunch of lowers that are unmilled.
Don't tell me this. I don't want to
Why?
know this.
They're just steel blocks.
Oh, okay.
But they're guns.
They might be at some point. What are your problems, Dick?
My problems are intellectual property laws and Bluetooth.
Bluetooth.
Okay. Let's do some voicemails.
Let's do some voicemails, Dick.
We've been going a long time, I think.
Yeah, we really milked this show. It's because you went on and on about copyright for like a million years. You really hate the idea that anyone's protected from the beast.
You're not protected.
That is the you have a little bit of protection, and you gotta cling to it with whatever you got. Let's not get fucking back into it.
Okay. I feel like menu hacks should come in as a problem on their own.
How is that a problem?
They
I don't know. You sit there and you look at the sign, and it says menu hacks. Put your McNuggets in your McDouble.
Oh, that's different.
I go, I don't know. I was having a bad week. I figured I'd go to McDonald's.
Just having a
and go,
bad
hey, hang
week.
out with that menu hack burger nugget thing, and they go, oh, we can just give you the burger and the nuggets. You have to do it yourself. Like, I feel like I'm being hacked.
Yeah.
It's like you play checkers and then you move your piece and you jump somebody and you go, oh, you got hacked, bro. Like, that's
Well, I don't know about that comparison, but
not everything's a hack. Especially when I just get tricked into spending
Not
more
everything's
money
a
to
hack.
shove
That's a
more
life
bullshit in
hack.
my head.
it was a hack.
Not
Yeah, that was
everything's a
wrong.
hack.
Did you see that at McDonald's? The hack menu where they go, do you want the surf and turf burger?
What?
And
Fish
it's
and
you go,
quarter
it's
pounder?
a fillet of fish, with a quarter pounder, right? But here's the thing. They just give you a fillet of fish and a quarter pounder. And you go, I thought you were going to and they're like, you put
Combine
it,
it.
you do it yourself.
I don't
And
want to
go,
make.
that's
I
buying two
feel like a
menu items.
fucking slob. I'm not getting it all over the car.
That's their way of, because McDonald's is so big, they have so many franchises. Like, how Taco Bell already always adds new menu items.
Yeah.
It's because there's less Taco Bell franchises, so you can come up with that and find distributors. There's too many McDonald's, so if they add anything to the menu, it's a Herculean effort. So they're like, what if you stacked 3 burgers together? Because we already have that, and we can't add anything new. Or whenever they're like, hey, it's the Sweetie Meal. What does it have? A limited edition sauce nugget cup. But otherwise, it's just nuggets and a Sprite. And you're like, okay, you're fucking with me.
Well, they also have to get their franchisees to go along with it.
I don't think franchisees they don't have a choice.
They
don't have a
cannot
choice.
carry.
Oh, yeah.
They cannot carry things. They cannot order it.
All right.
How about that? McDonald's. What if anybody could be McDonald's?
What if anybody?
Would we be losing out if just any restaurant could go like, hey, I'm
McDonald's. Yeah, the consumer would lose out because I expect a quality McDonald's meal. And next thing I know, I don't know what to expect.
Oh yeah, you walk around New York going like, well, which is famous original Ray's? This was dog shit.
I go to New York and I go, Kennedy Fried Chicken. Well, it must not be as good as Kentucky Fried.
That's what people are arguing to protect.
Yeah.
Well, McDonald's has got to be.
The whole point of a chain restaurant is at least you know what you're going to get when you go in there.
Is that good? Has that had a good effect on us?
That's what
we have to
the
have all this
American diner
laws?
wants. That's what we've decided.
They're addicted to it. Okay, here we go.
It's so funny with the cashier donation problem how Vito must think that the cashiers set the donation policies for him to get so upset. Like the cashiers are sitting there picking their favorite
Do you
charities.
think that?
And that's who they ask.
No.
Like, no, dude, that's set by fucking corporate.
I know that.
The cashiers don't give a fuck
I think he's
if
right.
you donate or not. They do not get paid enough to care. They just
But they
have
shouldn't
to
even
ask.
ask. It should be one of those
Harass
things.
them and bother them about it. You're not getting
I don't
through
say
to
anything
the
to
source.
them.
Go fucking
You
bother
don't?
corporate. Stand in front of
Why
their
not?
What would I
house
say?
and ask for a donation
I
or
hope
some
your
shit.
family
'Cause
gets
what
hit
you're
by a
doing
drunk
now
driver.
is fucking stupid.
Okay, I don't
fuck
hassle
yourself.
the fucking cashier, but it's one of those things where, if your boss tells you, don't forget to ask for a donation, just don't do it.
Why don't you hassle the cashiers?
To do what? To affect change at a corporate level?
To make them feel bad.
I mean, I'll do that sometimes if I'm in a bad mood, I might fuck with them.
You should do it even when you're in a good mood.
Oh, God, could you bring this up any slower, you fucking lazy
You
piece
fucking
of...
idiot.
No, I don't fuck with cashiers.
You wear this? You chose to wear this shit? This fucking John's shirt and these
Yeah.
black pants? Looks bad.
I fucked with the post office one time.
Well, that's smart.
Because they had... they had a door to pick up your packages, right?
Yeah.
And it's...
What do you mean?
So there's one.
Oh, yeah.
They have
I
the
know what
main
you
place
mean.
where you can go and meet the cashiers,
Yeah.
but then they have a separate door to pick your packages, and there's a
Yeah.
bell you can ring to have them come, and you give them the slip, and they give you your package, right? Mm-hmm. And I would always be like, I don't know, should I just go to the front? And they're like, no, go to the package door. And I'm like, okay, well,
You guys are never there.
because I've been there and you're never there, and I ring the bell and you never show up, and they're like, just go and do it. So I just went there, and the bell was like one of those ones where the longer you hold it, it just buzzes. So I'm like, you know what? I keep telling them, if you're not here, just put up a sign that says we're not here. Go to the front. So I just stood there for 3 minutes, just holding on the buzzer, and all these customers kept coming around, and they kept saying, they're saying to come to the front and stop pressing the button. I'm like, no, this is where you get the packages. And I just kept holding it down until after 5 minutes of buzzing, they're finally like, what?
That's
Like,
that's
would
not
like
the
my
most
buzzer,
retarded thing
please.
that they've dealt with that day at the
Probably
post
not.
office.
I said, oh, if this door's not manned, you should probably put up a sign, like I told you the 10 other times. Because otherwise I wait in a 10-minute line and I get to the front and they go, you should have just went to the door and pressed the bell. And I go, I did press the fucking bell.
You voted for Biden was all about the post
this was
office.
back in the fucking Obama days or some shit. So this was Obama's fault.
Okay, here you go.
Hey, I think I'm the asshole that called in and had his voicemail played last week where it was just basically giving Vito a super hard time about double cheeseburgers and whatnot. And, I listened to the episode and I couldn't quite tell at first. I had to literally rewind it and come back and hit it again. I'm like, oh my God, that's me.
How do you figuratively
I actually got
rewind
my
it?
voicemail played on the show. I couldn't believe it. And then I realized, wow, I have no memory of that. Must have been incredibly intoxicated. But what stood out to me the most is that was just an incredibly mean-spirited and untrue and unnecessary voicemail. It was very mean.
Okay.
And I didn't mean it. And I realized something. And it made me feel bad watching your reaction. I watched it live on YouTube when you guys recorded the show. I said, man, I really wish I hadn't said that shit, Vito. I respect your content and appreciate you as a dude, man. And it made me realize, I've called in quite a few times and I'll say a lot of things to try to, just get a rise and get on the show and maybe say something so ridiculous that it can, make it to it. But now that I've finally been on the show, I just feel like a fucking douchebag, man, because that's just a horrific way to talk to somebody, especially someone that I appreciate their content for. And I hope you hear this. I just wanted to say legitimately, dude, I sincerely apologize. That's, just drunken dudes saying whatever they can for a little slice of 2 cents of somebody else's time that they look up to. And, it's awful. And I recognize it and I apologize. I hope you have a good day. Please keep doing what you're doing. Thank you.
Did I really just get a sincere minute 40 apology for something he called
I couldn't
in on
understand
the last
that
show?
guy with your dick so far in his mouth.
Well,
is that what he was doing? Apologizing?
I'll just say this. I hear your apology and fuck you, not accepted. Rotten piss, you piece of shit.
Okay.
And let's go to the last caller.
Here you go.
Or another caller.
All right, I got a good one for you.
Okay.
This one might be a little tough to swallow for some people, but one of the biggest problems in the universe is people not loving Alex Jones. If you really think about it, we need someone like him.
Why is
We
that?
need more people like him.
Ridiculous. I mean, all
Ridiculous.
of these things just rolled up into one,
Yeah,
but he's
that's
so
important.
lovable and easy to make fun of because he's been wrong.
And he's fat.
But he's also been right. And there's so many things nowadays that you see people like Russell Bland, commenting on, and so many people on YouTube and whatnot, left wing, right wing. The only thing the right wing ever seems to comment on anymore is what the left wing is doing and making fun of them, and the left wing just goes off of their mispronunciations and whatnot. So, I mean, it's...
Is this the same guy?
Obviously just gone into...
No,
Is
it
this the
might
same guy?
be.
Oh, shit mode alpha.
Definitely
for lack of a better term.
long-winded like
Get
the
outta
last
here.
guy.
Maybe it is the last
All
guy.
right.
I'm sorry that I played two of that
It's
guy.
okay. I have no idea. Yeah, we love Alex Jones, the number one. I've been on InfoWars.
With Harrison Smith, though.
What, that doesn't count? Have you been on InfoWars with Harrison Smith?
No.
Okay. And I think it eats at you every day. How come you haven't been on InfoWars with Harrison Smith? Didn't you go to that same thing I went to? It's so weird that I got all the
Because you're like a
media
token
attention.
liberal.
I know, and they love it.
What were you on recently?
I've been on Newsmax like I think 3 times now. And on my most recent Newsmax appearance, I very specifically said
I
do a podcast called The Biggest Problem in the Universe.
That was great.
So if anyone is listening to me because of our Newsmax appearance, do let me know. I'm hoping it's sent at least one person over here.
I thought I was going to play one more. Let me see here. Because it was a fuck up. But I guess I don't. Oh, yeah, here we go.
Wow, Vito. Way to bring back in stupid food trends, but rename it fucking, I already fucked it up. God damn it. Trendy food trends.
What?
You brought it in 2 times, you fucking idiot
No,
from
I didn't.
Massachusetts. Go back to Massachusetts. Yeah, fucking, fuck you.
I didn't bring didn't twice.
Yeah, but he messed up right in the beginning.
Okay, wait. I did bring in stupid food trends, but what problem did I bring in that was the same as stupid food trends?
You mean you're going to sit there and say that you probably didn't bring in food twice?
I think he's going to say overpriced breakfast is the same as stupid food trends, but that's different because it's not that a trend.
Who are you trying to convince here?
I know that I'm right on this. That's totally different. Because I'm not saying you have to don't delete the problem. What are you doing? No, he's talking about the breakfast problem is the same as a stupid food trend.
How do you think websites work that was deleting a problem? I just loaded it up and did a search.
I don't know what you were doing.
Okay.
You were going into the database to get rid of my problems.
Yeah, I was hacking the database.
Hacking the movies, as we often do.
All right.
Let's do some super chats. And I want to thank everybody for coming by and supporting the show at patreon.com/biggestproblem, where you can check out our new bonus episode, The Biggest Problem in Star Wars, and hear me hilariously comment on the Ashley Babbitt situation. A lot of people have commented. That's the only
time that I was ever offended either, honestly.
It was a good
when
clip.
You were saying that, I was like,
yeah.
I can't believe that I'm hearing.
People said I should upload that clip separately, and I'm like, I'm going to save it. It's going to be a special little treat just for our supporters.
You should. I think you should.
It was very funny. I really caught you off guard.
I just
if you want to see Dick legitimately shocked, she got what was coming her way.
All right, here you go.
All right, biggest problem in the universe. Kyle, Baxter, Vito say 2BF. Nope.
No, you didn't
Dominic
do it.
for 2 says say it. Nope. No. Your friend Paul for 5. We cannot start the show till we hit our super chat goal to buy a Pro Tools license, as we were scrambling to do before the show. Mm-hmm. TBF for 2 says, Oi, do you have a license to podcast there, mate?
No.
Kyle Baxter, Vito, stop being cheap and purchase your recording software for 5.
Yeah.
Dominic for 5. Vito voted against piracy, so it's his fault. I voted for this. Joseph House for 5. Vito's not cheap. His wallet is just big boned. It's a good one. Mossman for 5. Vito, TBF. If I'm going to spend 5 whole extra dollars, I want to hear how you are S-ing big C's.
Sucking big cocks?
Yeah, I believe that's what he was going for. How I'm sucking big cocks.
Joseph, suck a big... Is that what he wants to hear about?
He wants me to talk about how I suck big cocks.
Huh. Would you?
Would I talk about it?
Yeah.
I haven't sucked a lot of cock in my life, Dick. I'm not like an expert here. All right.
Huh.
Mossman's for 5 says Vito T. No, he already got that one. Joseph for 5 says here, buy a 4th or a 5th license. Just hurry up.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Andrew DeMarcus for 20 says I suggested a to be fair sound effect for Vito.
You said it.
I suck. Gave us $20. I already said
if all it takes is $20.
I'm a whore of a man. What can I say? I suggested a sound effect on one of the earliest episodes. I'm glad it's become such a funny part of the show. Great show, guys. Oh, he suggested it. We got to give him one there.
Yeah,
if he was the originator. Well, there you go, Joseph House. I know. He gave him one.
He suggested it.
Well, maybe he's the one who came up with it. I don't know. Joseph House for 5 says this is money I could be using to buy drugs, but no, I have to yell at Vito to stop breaking the scream. Ben S for 2 says 2. Ben S for 2 says B. Ben S for 2 has a blank message.
Up, Ben S.
You screwed it up. You almost got it.
You idiot.
Dominic for 10, about to get hit by a tornado in southern Wisconsin. Have a fun show, boys. I'll try not to die, and I'll be back later. Also, can we get one last TBF since I might die? That'd be funny, I think. Not funny enough, Dominic, you fucker. Pop
you're going to die and you only get $10?
Yeah, you already got one. Yeah, you got it.
Come on.
If you're about to die, you should be
50,
reaching
100.
into the credit card and super chatting all day long. Pop Quiz for 10 says, here's your money. TBF for 2 says, a hot stock tip by baby food. Oh, what a tragedy. Colonel J for 5 says, my biggest problem is Vito huffing and puffing into the mic. Change your mic settings or lose some weight. I may have been breathing into the mic a bit this episode, and I apologize. CG for 10 says, only ever heard I can't earn more or else in regards to the welfare programs Vito voted for. Usually from a single mom as to why I have to work till mid-April before I earn my first penny. Thanks, Vito. You're welcome, CG. Jared Schiff for 10 is someone who's been a fan since Dick's Dr. Phil appearance. You are a great co-host, Vito.
Oh.
My roommates are cooking burgers in the other room, so I'm going to get out of this weed air to beef. That's pretty good. From Humongous. He wants to leave the weed air
And get to the beef
and
air.
enter the beef air. All right? Because there's too much weed air.
Yeah, I got
he prefers beef air.
air.
Very good. Alex Wynn for 10. The biggest problem in the universe is when your girlfriend plasters her hair all over the walls of the shower like some portal to the upside down and clogs the drain. Then you need a snake tool to extract the disgusting tube of hair.
No, I do that too.
Well, you have hair.
They're called guinea pigs.
Yeah.
I get all my hair, I comb it out when I'm washing my hair, and then they collect on the drain.
And you have a
then
big clump.
I clump it together, and then when it gets big enough, I clump it all together and I kick it to the side of the shower, and then I give it a name, like Sprinkles or Cupcake.
Yeah.
And I got a little family of guinea pigs over there.
Put googly eyes on them. Fun sprinkle. And
I
that's fun.
cum on them.
Okay, well, now it's not as much fun. Stage 0 for 2 says the solution to IP is to pay up front or like this. Yes.
I agree.
Pay money right
It would be
now.
better.
And then we don't need derivatives. Kyle Baxter for 2 says water Charizard in all capital
Different than
letters.
Gyarados. It's not like Gyarados. Water Charizard.
Gyarados.
Can you imagine that? Sega.
I'm talking about
if
if Sega
said,
made a Pokemon.
Hey, check it out. We're doing Pokemon 2. We got Water Charizard up in this bitch. Pikachu. We got Peek of these nuts.
Oh, that would be so much better.
You take a peek of these
what
nuts.
What a great argument in favor of dissolving copyright law.
Peek at these nuts.
Oh, Christ.
Peek at these nuts.
You could already do that as satire. Whatever. Fatix the Great for 5.
No, you can't.
Shut the fuck up.
Sega can't do a dumb.
Yes, they could.
Sega cannot
they could make
do
a funny Pokemon.
They cannot say funny Pokemon.
No, they couldn't call it funny Pokemon. But
Why not?
That'd be a terrible name anywhere. Anyway.
Why?
Because you can just, whatever. There have been Pokemon parodies. You just can't. Parody law exists. All the exemptions to copyright that you want already exist.
Parody law is like make not funny jokes about something.
Yes.
Like, what's your parody? Oh, it's like a porno. It's not funny.
There's a lot of very stupid parodies out there.
A funny
There's
thing
some
is
good
like
parody.
Pokemon Rape, the game. That's funny.
Yeah, okay.
Okay?
The Pokemon
parody
all
law
rape
doesn't
each
let
other.
that.
Okay.
No, they rape a lady.
Yeah, that's what we need. Great. FedEx the Great for 5 says copyright in Japan is far more strict and an actual crime people go to jail for. Suck it,
Well,
dick.
then how do they do the pornos?
Because the industry knows that their characters sell better if the fans want
Guys
to
are
beat
beating
off to
off
them.
to it?
Yes.
And they just let it
So they
allow
just
it?
let them make porn comics because then people want to ingest the original that much more.
Well, what if the porn isn't any good and then they arrest you?
Well, there's so much porn that some of it's going to be good.
You're saying that those porno guys are committing a crime that they could go to jail for, and then they're just like, well, whatever, maybe they probably won't.
There's like a permissive culture in Japan for that specifically. But I think some companies have said, if you do that, we will prosecute you. So there are some characters in Japan that you're not supposed to draw porno of.
Well, then let's get rid of those laws.
Okay, go take it to you. If you want to change Japan's copyright system, good luck.
Maybe I will.
Good. The gaijin who saved porn.
Maybe I will.
Oh, good. I believe in you. Let's see. Ryu Ranzo for 5 says all thoughts should be legalized, including copyright infringement. CG for 5 says Dick's right about copyright. Disney could not afford to mess around with woke Star Wars nonsense if there were 100 competitors and even one was good. You can make a different space thing and have that compete with Star Wars.
But Star Wars is ours. We own that.
The fans.
Yeah, people.
The fans.
The concept
they
of Star
disrespected
Wars.
the fans. The fans will save Star Wars. That's you now.
So the first copyright law, Star Wars would be open right now. It's been 30 years.
Well, it's Life of the Creator plus 30 years.
Oh, God, that Life of the Creator shit.
George Lucas is still kicking.
So Romeo and Juliet is like worse because everyone can make their own version and do whatever they want. Is that what you're saying?
Now you can. Yeah, well, yeah, kind of. Kind of, yeah.
The most iconic.
Has there ever been another Romeo and Juliet that you're like, oh, this is so much better because now it's like about basketball players and shit? Okay, no, they all fucking
That's
suck.
Othello that you're thinking.
Whatever, they're all terrible. Rydog for 5 says Bluetooth was named after Harald Bluetooth, king of Denmark and Norway. That sounds correct. Isaac Ox, you got me, says for 5, says the worst things about Bluetooth devices. 1 is the voice of the robot lady. 2.
Pairing. Now
Okay.
entering pairing mode.
No. They're doing this fucking shit. Stop with the bullet points. 1, the voice of the robot lady. 2A, toggling between devices easily requires magic. 2B, yeah, okay.
What?
He says that fairy dust is rare. That is his 2B.
Okay.
His 2B is that fairy dust is rare.
Well, it's true.
That's true. I'm glad he included a 2B and a 2A.
What about
as
that
part
Peter
of his
Pan thing we were
problems.
talking about? Like, who fucks who? Who's the pedophile on that island?
They all
Captain
are, man.
Hook. Captain Hook is in
Wendy's
prison
in
there,
a bad
right?
place. Let's put it that way. Wendy needs to get off that island as
She
quickly
made the
as
decision
possible.
to leave her home, though.
She was whisked away by a magic flying man. She's a child. She doesn't know better. Her brothers clearly wanted to go. She's enabling their childhood wonder. Peter R. for 10 says, Dick, in the least homosexual way possible, I love hearing about your jam sessions with Sean. That is pretty gay. One day, would love to add to the duet with my double pedal heavy metal drum beats.
Wow, that would be cool.
Oh, also, love the show.
All right.
All right, well, hit me with a refresh.
That'd be fun to do
Well,
a jam.
a lot of great
show with
super
Sean.
chats here today.
I got to write an album.
Let me
for
come in.
that.
I got pipes. Let me be the singer.
You can sing?
Oh, yeah.
What can you sing?
Anything.
Sing the Star Spangled Banner right now.
How does Star Spangled Banner go? Is that the one with just a grand old flag?
No, that's Grand Old Flag.
Star Spangled Banner, is that Oh Say Can You See? Oh say can you see by the dawn's early
Not a hip hop
light.
version, like a one that
Oh,
you'd
like a-
sing at a
What
at a
so
hockey game.
proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming.
Yeah,
whose
that's
bright
good.
stripes and bright stars through the perilous night.
Okay.
See, I went too high early, so when you get to the end, I'm not doing the full thing. You have to start super low. I know the
you
trick.
tried to start low and you fucked it
Yeah,
up.
because you fucking challenged me on going low.
How the fuck did the dog get in here?
I have no idea. Let's finish this up. Jake French for $13.99. Tube of hair. Tube of hair. UF slurs. Thank you, Jake. Kyle Baxter for 2. Make a water Charizard shirt. Maybe
Okay,
we will.
thank you guys.
Guys, biggest problem.
Biggest problem.
Yeah, you got it. Biggestproblem.show. Vote on the problems. We're going to put them up right now.
Right now.
And don't miss the bonus episode. And we're going to put up, before we end the show, our list of supporters.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And all of you who have supported us at the biggest problem bonus tier level, we're going to throw you on right there and put a background. I had a background, but maybe you lost it. Regardless,
What do you
it's
mean
there.
I lost it?
Well, because I sent you a separate video. Whatever. There it is. It's fine. It actually works that it's on top of our faces. That's good.
What the video? The pre-show video?
I added like yeah, it doesn't matter. That works. That looks great. Thanks to all our big supporters.
What effect did you use?
Justin,
in
Nick
Photoshop?
Meyer, Riley Sama,
You
Squid
don't
Soup,
read
Steve
their
Cook,
names.
William David Croft, Barron, Nathan Dean, Books, Pravden, Cameron Rogers, Coleman, Darius, JJ, Bobek, Paytong, Purple Monkey, Dishwasher Shark, Slippers.
The fuck?
Thanks
do
to our
you
top problems.
have more veto files than I have dickheads.
There's no, because they don't love you. The Vitophile
What the
Plus community
fuck?
is thriving and vibrant. The
What the
dickheads
fuck is this
are
shit?
not showing up. There are more Vitophile Pluses than dickhead Pluses.
Oh, fuck you.
Dude, you only got 6. I got like, what, 8?
Did you check this?
Yeah,
Is
I
that
checked it right
correct?
before the show. I pulled down a spreadsheet.
Are people automatically getting added to your side?
No,
like
they
by
pick which,
default
they
or something?
pick which one they want. You pick if you're a dickhead plus or a Vitophile plus. Everyone just loves me. And your
That's
fans
bullshit.
are fucking cheap and suck.
What the fuck?
So thank you to all the Vitophile pluses for making the show what it is. And
Fuck
dickheads
you.
are not nearly showing up nearly as much.
Vitophile pluses.
It's kind of my show, really. I feel like this determines whose show it is.
All right,
and
goodbye.
it's clearly my show.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.